Hello friends, today we are going to understand the concept of cost of capital, where we are going to see first meaning of finance, then Indian financial system, what are the components of Indian financial system, then we are going to see how financial markets of India are, then the meaning of capital, then we are going to refer to the various sources of finance that the company has, and then lastly we are going to study the meaning of cost of capital and its importance in the finance area. So to start with, what is finance? So it is basically a branch of economics. It is nothing but the art and science of managing money, where we are going to raise the funds from the market, and then we are going to see that these funds are utilized in the best possible manner. That is what is the area of financial management comes to. Now we'll just see how Indian financial system is made of. So it is Indian financial system consists of financial institutions or organizations like mutual fund companies, banks, insurance companies. All this functions as an intermediary and makes Indian financial work system work properly. Then we are going to just refer to the financial markets in the next slide. Financial instruments are the instruments which are basically used for making these funds available to the different use to the different people or different organizations. And apart from this, you'll find financial services. So next slide will help you understand what financial markets composed of. So when we refer to the markets, it is the place where buying and selling of something takes place. In case of finance, we have three types of markets, that is money market, capital market, and forex market. Basically, money market refers to the funds which are basically raised for the short-term purpose. Okay, when it refers to capital market, we are talking about long-term funds market. It is nothing but your stock market and all. So basically it is divided into the two types of markets, that is primary and secondary market. Primary market is the market where companies are issuing different types of securities for the first times, and that is the reason why it is also called as a new issue market. So secondary market, if you can see, it refers to the stock exchange market, where all the securities which are issued in the primary market are traded on the stock exchanges like BSE and NSE. So where different investors can buy and sell all these securities in the stock market. Now the third type of market, that is forex market, refers to the foreign exchange market, where the companies which are involved with the foreign trade can raise the different foreign currencies to settle the transactions. Now, basically, what is mean by capital? Now, most of the people are aware about what is mean by capital. Capital is nothing but the money which is invested in the business. Most of the times, this money is invested by the businessman or a owner. In case of a single person owned business, the owner is the one who contributes towards the capital. Apart from this, he can also raise funds from the market. In case of a company where uh, owners are shareholders, those who purchase the shares of the company, and also company may raise funds from the market, that is from the financial institutions like banks and other institutions. So basically all these sources can be categorized into the two, that is owned and borrowed sources. Now the next slide will help you understand the categorization of owned and borrowed sources. In this slide you will come to know that each and every source has its own advantages and disadvantages. Now on the basis of ownership, that funds or sources of finance are categorized into own sources and borrowed sources. Now in own sources you can find equity share capital, preference share capital, and the retained earnings. Retained earnings is nothing but the money which is earned by the business and which is retained in the business. Okay, so in case of a borrowed funds, you can see company can issue debentures and can raise funds. Apart from that, company can raise funds by taking loans. Okay, and in short term, company may also go for public deposits. Now we'll try and understand the concept of cost of capital with reference to all the different sources. Now, the long-term sources, equity, preference, debentures, term loan, all these sources have specific cost. Each and every source has cost, that for availing this funds, company has to pay some cost, and that cost is nothing but the cost of capital. Now first, when we'll be calculating cost of capital for a company, we have to first understand that we have to calculate cost of capital from the point of view of each source, and then we have to calculate overall cost comprising of all the sources. So it is done for today. So in the next session, we are going to see how to calculate cost of different sources. So where we are going to see the cost of equity, cost of preference, cost of debenture, and cost of term loan, how it is calculated. And apart from this, once you calculate the individual cost, how to calculate the overall or weighted average cost of capital. Thank you.